Is it true that the true measure of your character is not found in the applause that you receive, but the choices that you make? The world isn't watching. During one of the last conversations that I had with my mother, she told me even when there's people in the world who do not set a good example, it's important for you to set a good example. Now, at that time, I thought she was talking about me wearing socks with sandals in public. But it turns out she was into something much bigger. Setting a good example isn't just about the big, grand gestures. It's about the small choices that you make every single day, like choosing not to argue with strangers on the internet or while driving in traffic, or deciding to wear pants during your Zoom meetings. You may think that no one notices that you don't. These moments that define your character. And I know what you might be thinking, but what if I set a good example and nobody notices? Well, see, that's the beauty of it. My mother also used to say, do the right thing even when no one is watching. Of course, she mainly said that to stop me from stealing cookies before dinner, but the principle, it still stands. Setting a good example, especially when it feels like no one is watching, is like planting seeds. You might not see the fruits of your labor immediately, but one day you'll wake up to a garden full of not only fruits, but also vegetables. And sometimes you might inspire someone else to plant their own seeds. That's the power of a good example. So here's the call to action. Commit to being that individual who sets positive examples, not just in grandiose actions, but in the mundane moments of every single day. Be the person who chooses kindness, who goes for integrity, and to wear pants during Zoom calls. And journey forward. Remember the sage advice of my mother, echoing to our beginning today. Even when there's people in the world who do not set a good example, it's important for you to set a good example. Because in doing so, you not only uplift yourself, but also pave the way for others to follow you in your footsteps to success. So I leave you with this question. What small step will you take today to be an example for someone else tomorrow? Remember, be the example, lead by example, choose kindness for you to be a success.